Well, it looks like the Big Ten has done an about face, and now we are not having football in this 2020 season. In this short video, I'm going to capture my thoughts on this turn of events. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Anwar Youssef Dunbar, and this is Big Discussions 76 Sports. First of all, please like this video, please share it, and please subscribe to my channel. Well, I just wanted to make a short video on today's developments. Towards the end of last week, we got word that the Big Ten was going to go forward with a 2020 season with no non-conference play. And then reports started emerging this morning that they were going to pull the plug on the whole thing. So I'm going to leave some links in the description box below. But we started hearing rumors via Twitter and other social media starting yesterday, and it seems that I just read the article from the Free Press. It seems that all but two Big Ten institutions voted to pull the plug on the season. And if you've been following this whole thing since COVID-19 started, this wasn't completely unexpected. And I think most of us, if you understood the science of the virus and if you understood the potential dangers, you knew that this was always a possibility. And so in this video, I'm just going to capture three main points. I wrote down 3 points here on my yellow or maize notepad. But I just, I'm a bit of a pragmatist, and I always look at I look for the silver lining, and I look at things as being glass half full as opposed to glass half empty. And I know that while there are some people who are very, very disappointed right now. I'm disappointed, but then again, I knew that this was a possibility. I think that there are just some things to keep in mind here. One is the safety of our student athletes. I think I've been very, very consistent throughout my coverage of this thing on the sports side. In that I think that the most important thing is protecting our student athletes. These are 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and in some instances 23-year-olds and grad transfers. And these are the kids. These are the actual kids out there running around and playing and hitting and tackling and blocking and shedding blockers and all those things. And they're the whole reason that we're watching this stuff. These are amateurs. They are not getting paid the NFL salaries. And so with them not getting that compensation, and with many of them not going on to the NFL, I think that we just need to just keep in mind that we need to keep them safe. And also, as a scientist myself, and I've talked about, and I will continue talking about COVID-19 over on my science channel, there's still a lot that we don't know about the virus. There are a lot of people who don't believe in the virus. There are a lot of people who think that this whole thing is a hoax and that we should just reopen everything right now. There are people who have focused on the mortality rate, and there are people who have focused on the fact that it's, in theory, it's for the most part individuals who have pre-existing medical conditions such as diabetes and some sort of cardiovascular disease. But I want everyone to keep in mind that there's still a lot we don't know about the virus long term. So we know that, for example, that people when they get it, they should quarantine for 14 days, and we know that there are various hotspots in the regions of the country where the infections are surging, and we know that there are people who are walking around who are asymptomatic, but we don't know the long-term effects of the virus years from now. We don't know what effect it's going to have on specific organs, years to come. And so, in my discussions over on my science channel with other scientists, one of the things that I've learned is that this particular virus it's been speculated that this virus is timed, and certain organ systems can be damaged years down the road, such as kidneys. And, it was said in the Free Press article that an Indiana player is suffering from some sort of heart complication due to COVID-19. So I'm saying all this to say that we need to protect our student athletes, and there's a lot that we don't know about this virus still. Over on my science channel, I just uploaded a video this morning discussing how multiple groups are working very, very hard on a vaccine. So we need to, when this reopens, when Big Ten football resumes, and when major college football resumes, we want a degree of certainty for our student athletes, for the coaching staff, for all the support staff, for all the fans and the bands and everything associated with our college football programs. And so, which leads me into my next bullet point, which is the money. Many would argue that this whole thing was about money, and that the stadiums wouldn't be full, and that may be true to some degree, even though the conference is saying that it's to protect the student athletes. I'm certain that money was a huge consideration as well. And by the way, I know that a lot of the players wanted to play, or they're tweeting that they want to play. Coach Harbaugh put out a statement saying that he wanted to go forward and coach, and I think Ryan Day said the same thing. I wonder if some of that was posturing, and if some of that was just giving the perception that, yeah, we really, really want to go forward, but secretly understanding the potential dangers of this virus. In any case, going back to the money, I brought us in with Let's Go Blue. I almost brought us in with the Victors, but I'm not feeling very victorious right now, and I'm sure many of you are not either. But the band and the bands, a major part of the college football experience is the bands and having the fans in the stadiums. And so it's altogether a much different experience than the NFL. And when you tune in to the college football experience and to watch those games, and even to, in some instances, for me to go back to Ann Arbor to go to the games, part of the experience is hearing the band play and seeing the band march on the field, and on homecoming, seeing the old band members from years past come back, and to relive that experience. And so that's a part of it. It's all, you can put the teams out there to play. You can reschedule the Ohio State game to October as opposed to being Thanksgiving weekend. But it's about heritage also. It's about legacy. It's about package. It's about the history of these games as well. And if you don't have all of those elements blending together at once, maybe we shouldn't go forward with it this year. Maybe when training camps, maybe when the spring comes, perhaps we'll be closer to more certainty. Even if we don't have a vaccine, maybe we'll have more adequate testing and we'll have more certainty about how to control the thing. Maybe we'll have an antiviral medication at that point, which we know with certainty that can control this thing. But I think in order to move forward scientifically, and I'm a scientist, you just want a great deal of certainty for the players, for the coaches, and for all of the support staff, for the bands, and for the fans. I was telling someone who came on my channel 2 weeks ago that it can be done, in my opinion, but you would need everyone to be all in. So you would need your student athletes to not do reckless things like the Los Angeles Clippers, Lou Williams, and some other guys did in the NBA going out to that strip club. You would need everybody to be all in, and you would need a perfect execution of a football season. Because those players, especially the linemen are lining up against one another across the line of scrimmage. They're breathing on each other. They're blocking each other. They're shedding blocks, and the linemen are on top of each other all the time, exchanging breaths, exchanging aerosols. Some guys are sweating on each other. Some guys are bleeding on each other. And so you just want some level of certainty going forward in terms of controlling the spread of the virus, and we want some more certainty in terms of what it does. So, as a content creator, when I started this channel back in January, I assumed that I'd have a football season to cover, and I just did my first live stream hangout on Saturday. I want to shout out Ashwin for coming up into the live stream and having a dialogue with me. So now I have to rethink and consider what I'm going to upload on this channel this September, October, November, and December, now that we're not going to have non-league play and Big Ten play, and then the college football playoff, and a bowl game season. So I have some ideas. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be as entertaining as any Michigan content, because you all have supported this stuff pretty vigorously. I wanted to say religiously, but my Michigan football content has gotten a lot of traction, and I want to thank you all for giving it and giving this channel a lot of traction regarding the Michigan football content. Again, I have some other ideas about what to do now. This will give me some more time to finish up my book project, and I wanted to use this channel to start to promote my book project when that's ready. So maybe this is paving the way to do that. But I'm not going to stop making Michigan football content. I will find a way to discuss the Maize and Blue and to report on the Maize and Blue until things start going back to where they were, hopefully in the spring of 2021. And even though I'm not a Michigan insider, shout out to Jam City, I will still do Michigan football content here, though I have to figure out what exactly that's going to be and how that's all going to unfold. So those are just my thoughts on today's news. I am disappointed, but this was not unforeseen, and I think we need to protect our student athletes above all else, because they're the whole reason that we're watching. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Please like this video, please share it, and please subscribe to my channel. Go Blue, And as always, remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Take care, and I'll talk to you the next time. Bye-bye.